Hello everyone, welcome to my first devlog. My game is basically a 3D room that's also a productivity timer. So players can set a time, and when the time completes, they get money to decorate their room and change their music. Here's my scene in Unity. So far I just have like a simple square room and then a countdown timer. I'm messing with the camera. I wanted to capture as much of the room as possible, but still make the player feel like it's a simulation. The visuals I'm going for is a little isometric room, and it should be like cozy. Put some references on the screen so you guys can get a better idea. While I was pitching the idea, people brought up that I should do an app version, so I decided to check if it would work. But as you can see, the scene is kind of too big for those frames. I think the game could still be good through the browser. If anything, it might have more functionality, because if it's in the browser, Unity, don't quote me on this, but I think it can check the names of the other tabs. So if you have like tabs like Facebook or like YouTube open, it can the game can detect it, and I can add some code and be like, hey, you're not being productive. Another feature I want to add is like a story mode. I want the room to start off very bare bones. It should have like broken flooring, no windows, and then as you keep studying, you can fix the room, add more stuff. Then I could also add like more cutscenes to like progress the plot. And as I was like changing the materials, I was deciding on whether I wanted to have like fixed colors for the players to choose, or like use like a radio dial. I don't know if it's called a radio dial, but to like customize the colors that they can adjust on some elements. I think in the future I should go into Blender and then create a cube and then remove some of the sides to make a room. That way I don't have to keep adjusting these walls. I decided to experiment with the lighting to see if that would make the game more cozy or atmospheric, and for my experiments I didn't really get the effect that I was going for, so I will definitely revisit this in the future. I eventually opened Blender to see if making different models would improve the scene. So here, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm making an MP3 player. It's not my best work, I will not lie. It's a work in progress. Here I'm making like the headphone jack. I don't remember how to do the bezel modifier. I don't think it's a bezel modifier. think it's the curve modifier. Basically, I just can't get it to work, and I didn't feel like experimenting with it, so I deleted it. Here, I'm just making a simple desk to add into the scene. For the desk setup, I just looked up a generic image from Google. I tried to follow it along, but I don't have the Blender skills to be exact, so I just eyeballed it. Here, I'm struggling to make the legs of the table. I think what I kept using was the mirror modifier, when really I actually just needed another array modifier. So what I ended up doing was just mirroring 2 legs and then duplicating it. Not the best approach, but it will have to do for now. The desk is almost done, and it's not, you know what, it works. I'm just gonna put it in and then we'll deal with it later. I'm definitely gonna have like more different types of desks in the future that people can choose and buy. And I think another cool idea would be having like fairy lights and like wall decorations that people can, I want there to be like a grid so people can like place it wherever they want. Here, I'm putting in the desk into Unity. When I was exporting, I forgot to remove the camera and the lights, so I went ahead and deleted those, so there wouldn't be 2 in my scene. And then in Unity, I decided to change the colors with materials. Please don't judge the aesthetics of my game based on my current color selection. Never mind. What is wrong with this bright yellow desk with my neon green walls? It's like, it's an aesthetic, you know? It's like the hospital aesthetic. This is what a pediatrician's office looks like to me. So it's like pediatrician core. Anyway, I'm getting towards like the end of the video, so I'm just adding some simple UI so I can test it easier. And I have like the interactions set up. They don't really do much but change the text. And how I implemented it was just like a simple raycast. When the mouse hovers over something with the collider, it'll send a message. And I finally started changing the color scheme to be, you know, more pastel. I think I'm at a stage where like I have a solid base to work off now. So I started like adding more UI and like making a more complex timer, adding the functionality where you can, you know, choose your time. And from my experience from previous games, I decided I wanted to make the settings panel first so it's easier to like debug and like test things. I'm gonna be honest, I spent a little too long adjusting the soundbar because I just wanted the circles to be aligned and it just was not aligning. I'm not even gonna keep this soundbar. I don't know why I spent so much time, but you know, it's kind of like fun to play with. It's like interactive. It's like, I don't know if you guys remember, but those fidget cubes, it feels like that. So this is the progress for my week. I got the timer to work and I can adjust the time and I can pause it. And I have a settings panel created and my interactions all work. So I'm kind of satisfied with my progress. For the next update, I think I'm gonna add the store and then the music features. And then hopefully, maybe if I can get to it, like a little decoration system. Bye, thank you for watching.